Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. In today's video, we are getting into pineapple fragrances. So I am continuing my note series on a fruity note that I don't think I've ever covered before. So I have 6 fragrances for you. They all actually wear quite differently. So it really doesn't matter your fragrance taste. I think I have something on this list that you may vibe with. So if you have been on the hunt for the perfect pineapple fragrance to take you into summer, because yes, it is fastly approaching, then let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. So before we start, it never fails, y'all always ask me what is the lip combo. So today they are both Sephora brand. Whenever I wear red lip, 99.999 times out of 10 it's going to be this combo. So I'm wearing the lip liner in the shade It's Cherry, Sephora brand, and Cherry Moon liquid lipstick. It's a matte and I just love the formula. So I will try to remember to have it linked, but that is the lip combo for today. So I want to start off this pineapple list with a fragrance that started it all for me. This is one I purchased probably within the first 5 or 6 months of me diving into niche houses. I bought it directly from the house, paid full price, and I have zero regrets about this one to this day because it is still one of the sexiest pineapple fragrances in my collection, and it is none other than Lamar by Kajal. This is so beautiful. It's very sweet. It's a little woody. There is some rose in this fragrance, and I just think that this is quintessential sweet, sexy, juicy pineapple that is perfectly unisex. So if I smelled this on a guy, I would be head over heels, you know, with the way he smells. And when I wear this with so much confidence because it really does ooze sensuality, but it is without a doubt a magical pineapple scent. So the notes for Lamar are pineapple, red berries, apple, cardamom, coriander. You have middle notes of Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, magnolia, jasmine, sandbag, and you have base notes of musk, vanilla, amber, cashmere wood, cedar, and moss. So I think the woody quality of this fragrance, it may be a bit much for, you know, just true to form feminine fragrance wear. So if you find that notes like cedar tend to make a scent pull a little masculine on you, I would say get a decant. Scent Split has these decants varying sizes, so I would say try it first. But if you know you love sweet, juicy fragrances with some woody facets to it, I think that this would be a hit. For me, I would put this into the category of, you know, late spring, summer date night. This, again, it's got that sexy vibe. So if you have been on the hunt for a truly unisex pineapple fragrance for date night, then this is the one you really do need to dive into. So this one again is Lamar from the house of Kajal. So this next one is also quite unisex. It is a really powerful beast mode wearing fragrance, but there is an underlying freshness because it really has a huge dose of the moleculars, the isoe supers, the ambroxans, and it is from the house of BLNDRGRPHY, and this is Santal Painkiller. As the name will suggest, it is all about that Santal, but it's not going to be in the traditional sense. Again, you have to think more along the lines of those isoe supers. So if you jive with fragrances that really do focus on those notes, then I think this will be such a stunner. This is going to be really versatile because it does have the boozy notes in the fragrance, but also this underlying freshness. You can wear this in the daytime and easily take it in tonight. So really, it doesn't matter the occasion. I think that this is a wonderful pineapple fragrance that really will get you noticed. And what I really love about this one is the warmth. Because it has those spices in the top, you really are getting a really warm but also fresh pineapple scent. So this one opens with notes of cardamom, cinnamon, and nutmeg. You have middle notes of pineapple, plum, and coconut, and you have base notes of rum, isoe super, ambroxan, and cade oil. So, you know, I will always mention that if there is a rum or any boozy note pretty much coupled with plum, we're talking really sexy. And then you got the cinnamon, you got the cardamom. So it's so beautifully balanced though, you guys. So just think fresh, a little warm, spicy, pineapple, and that's what you have here in this bottle. So check this one out. I think they have samples of this one at ZGO. If I'm not mistaken, that's where I bought my sample and my full bottle. So check this one out again. This one is Santal Painkiller, again by the house of BLNDRGRPHY. So let's dive into the most gourmand pineapple that I have in my collection. collection. It is newer, but this one too wears really strong, so you have got to like it sweet to vibe with this gorgeous Tamavichi Gâteau à l'ananas. And this is supposed to be their interpretation of pineapple dessert or pineapple upside down cake, and so many people are getting just that. Now, word of caution, for me personally, I don't like boozy notes, rum, you know, things like that. My nose is just not that sensitive to them. So it has really got to be super boozy for me to go, okay, this is really boozy. I really don't get that much in this fragrance, but some people get something really boozy. So if you know that you are really sensitive to boozy notes, because I do think there is a boozy note mentioned in the opening, then sample it first if you can, because someone commented on my Instagram that they are getting like nothing but boozy. I don't get that. I am truly getting pineapple upside down cake. It is really dense. It's really sweet. You've got to love it sugary sweet. When they mention the sugar note in this fragrance, they really mean that, okay? Just as a pineapple upside down cake is truly a dense sugary cake experience, that's exactly what this is. So keep that in mind when you are thinking about blind buying a fragrance like this. Very literal sugary sweet gourmand, but I love it nonetheless. So this one opens with notes of pineapple, rum, and cake. You have middle notes of sugar, cinnamon, coconut, and nutty notes, and you have base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and musk. Also too, I don't get nuttiness that really pops out to me. I am getting more pineapple, like this creamy coconut vibe, just a hint of rum in the top, lots of sugary, vanilla, musky cake vibes. There is a little warmth in the mix from that tonka bean, but I just think this is going to be such a hit for the house. I am so happy that they're starting to really get into the gourmands, because if you are familiar with the House of Tamavichi, a lot of their fragrances are a little bit more on that, you know, Middle Eastern, you know, really oudy, super complex, dark, mysterious, sensual. But this one, I just feel like this is really going to fare well with the gourmand lovers, and I just think it's a little more unique than a lot of the gourmands that we see on the market that have that pineapple note. So again, I am loving this one. This one is from the House of Tamavichi. This is Gâteau à l'ananas. Now, another gourmand that we have on this list, it is sweet, it is gourmand, but this has probably got to be the most unique pineapple out of this list, and it is very sexy. Something about the pineapples, they just really do tend to wear super sexy. So this is Mystic Sugar, and this is from the House of CUIR. This was a blind buy for me. I saw someone reviewing the fragrance. No one else was talking about this fragrance at the time, and something made me track it down, blind buy it directly from the brand, because you really couldn't get it anywhere else, and love at first sniff. And there is really a unique composition going on here that is going to give you gourmand, not overly sweet, very sexy. This is also very much so gourmand, but for date night, where I will put this one into, you know, just daytime, whenever type of gourmand. We are at home smelling cozy. Honey, we are going out for a night on the town, and it's just absolutely delicious because you're pairing pineapple with some spicy notes and chocolate. And I don't think I have anything else in my collection that features chocolate and pineapple together. So Mystic Sugar opens with notes of almond blossom, orange, and pineapple. You have middle notes of tonka bean, cacao, cardamom, ginger, and jasmine, and you have base notes of vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. And you do see that we're mentioning things like ginger, cardamom. You really are getting that in this fragrance, but you get so much pineapple. It's a little rich and decadent, but again, not overly sweet. Like where I feel like this is sugar bomb, this one is a little bit more balanced, and you really are playing with that pineapple and chocolate along with the warm spicy quality of that ginger and cardamom. So again, a really unique one that you have got to get your nose on. Again, this one is Mystic Sugar from the House of CUIR. Now this next one is not really sexy. This is going to be a pineapple for the girl who loves it fresh, a little clean, slightly green, and I don't wear this one enough. And I think that not only is this a beautiful freshie, this is going to layer and maybe add a fresh quality to any of these fragrances that we have mentioned here today. today. This is a Chento Viola, and this one is from the house of Suspiro, and it's just really beautiful. It's classy, it's a little chic, very clean, okay? Not overly complex, but you know, like many Suspiro brands, they're going to give you a level of complexity even with something that wears a little fresher. And this one is more along the lines of not super juicy sweet, overly ripe pineapple like a lot of these. This is just on the hair of, you know, we're not all the way juicy, super sweet and ripe. We're just a step before a pineapple reaches that phase. So a Chento Viola features notes of hyacinth pineapple. You have middle notes of iris, jasmine, pink pepper, and you have base notes of musk, amber, vanilla, vetiver, and patchouli. I really don't get much patchouli, but you are going to get a touch of green because you do have that hyacinth, and hyacinth, even though it is a purple floral, it does wear a little powdery, but it also wears very green. So if you are into fresher fragrances, but still very much so a touch powdery, a touch floral, then this is perfect. If it is a really hot summer day, I'm in the mood for something fruity, something that's going to make me feel and smell really clean, but I don't want anything very sweet, which we're kind of approaching that weather already here in Georgia, then this is perfect for that. Again, powdery fragrances just make me feel cleaner. It makes me feel drier when the humidity really starts to kick in a high gear. So a Chento Viola, the perfect high heat pineapple scent for someone who loves it a little fresher, all right? Again, from the house of Suspiro. Last but not least is a really gorgeously powerful, sensual pineapple. And this, I could not do a list without Creme de Coeur. You all know that I love this gem right here. I'm not a huge fan of the BDKs, but baby, the few that I got in my collection, I love. And I think I only have two. And they both feature like a suede, a leather accord. So Creme de Coeur is going to be about the pineapple, the white suede. It's a little woody, and there is a softness to the texture of it, but it wears with so much presence. So if you are looking for something that really is balanced in that way, where it's very smooth in quality, but also wears with a lot of heft and presence, and that will definitely get you noticed, then this is absolutely one you need to get on your radar if you've never tried it. This one too, I think just a bit powdery musky in that way, but this one opens with notes of pineapple, grapefruit, bergamot, and mandarin orange. You have middle notes of white suede, sandalwood, pink pepper, and black pepper. Base notes of cashmere, vanilla, white musk, gray musk, and birch. The mention of so much musk and that cashmere is going to give it that really cozy, sensual, powdery texture, okay? So that is the magic of this fragrance. It's just so well balanced, and it really is a gorgeous pineapple scent. Very niche, okay? Very niche and very unique. All right, again, this one is Creme de Coeur, and this is from the house of BDK. All right, that is it for me, you guys. All of the pineapple gems in my collection. I think this is all of the fragrances that are pineapple dominant that I own. I need more. I'm loving it, and I need more this summer. All right, so drop me a line below and let me know some of your favorite pineapple fragrances, because I need to get my nose on more. So make sure that you are subscribed, you guys. It has been real. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.